Linux has just gotten the biggest boost ever. Arch Linux and Valve are joining forces to shape the future of Linux. And today we're going to dive deep into the topic. So let's get started, shall we? So recently, Arch Linux and Valve announced a strategic partnership to improve their Linux ecosystem. This collaboration aims to enhance the overall Linux experience and focus on gaming, performance, and user-friendliness. And this partnership will leverage Arch Linux expertise in the distribution and development and Valve's experience in gaming and software development. Now you might wonder, what does this mean to Linux community, to us? Well, this partnership has the potential to bring Linux to the mainstream market of Windows. Like really, for years Windows and macOS have been conquering the desktop market, but maybe the near future we might see Linux among them. With improved gaming support and performance, Linux can become a more viable option for gamers and all the users alike. Just imagine a future where Linux-powered gaming consoles become reality, or where Linux becomes the go-to platform for developers and users seeking for performance and customization. Well, the community is already buzzing in excitement. What do you think about this partnership? And not to forget, the collaboration will attract more developers to the Linux platform, leading to a broader range of applications and software availability. This just might be the start of proprietary softwares coming to Linux. Now, if you don't know about Valve, then Valve is a leading gaming company that has been actively promoting Linux in the field of gaming since 2012. Their efforts included, how can we forget, Steam Deck with SteamOS, the Linux-based operating system which was optimized for gaming, providing a seamless experience for users, and not to forget our beloved Proton compatibility layer, which allows us to play Windows games on Steam on Linux. It is the bridge gap between Linux and Windows gaming. And then how can you forget the API of gaming, Vulkan? Then we have Linux game development. Valve has been encouraging game developers to create Linux compatibility titles. And then Linux game development by Valve. Valve has been encouraging the game developers to create compatible titles, expanding the Linux gaming library. And to say the truth, today Linux has a larger gaming library than consoles like PS5 and Xbox. Yes, we do have that. And if you're not a Linux user, then let me tell you about Arch Linux, a popular Linux distribution which is known for its simplicity, a very lightweight, streamlined design appealing to power users and developers. And how can you forget the flexibility of it? Arch Linux has the rolling release model which allows us for continuous updates, ensuring that users will have the latest software no matter what. And then Arch Linux has a strong and active community which contributes its development and support. And this partnership is the key to the success of both of these distributions, and maybe the key which will allow Linux to enter the real market of PCs. Now you might wonder, what are the partnership goals of it? Like, what is the main motto of this partnership? Well, the first and obvious step is Linux gaming. This partnership will enhance the gaming experience on Linux. Making it a viable alternative to Windows. And then the performance optimization will be leveled up. Collaboration means Arch Linux will be optimized for performance in gaming. And then if they're gonna bring Arch Linux into SteamOS, then they will enhance the user experience, which will make Linux more user-friendly and accessible to a broader audience. And then how can you forget the adoption? Promoting Linux as a mainstream operating system in a very huge device. That is the key of Linux into the market. But the question everybody wonders is, what will be the future implications of it? Because we don't know this partnership will be a success or a failure. Now, in my opinion, whether the result is going to be a success or a failure, in the meantime, this is a huge success already. We are already seeing results in Arch and Valve alike. But then there are a lot of challenges and opportunities alike, such as the compatibility issue. Resolving the compatibility issues with Windows game and software on Linux, this is indeed a challenge, but if this thing gets fixed, then most of the gamers will definitely want to try Linux as their gaming option, because there is something no one can deny, and that is Linux has better performance than Windows, and there's a full stop at the end. and then fragmentation, which manages the diversity of Linux distributions and hardware configurations. Literally, the Linux distributions are very diverse in their forms, and choosing one of them is literally a hell of a mess. But then Valve has to compete with Windows, and especially its competitors like ROG Ally or Lenovo's Legion Go. All of them are using Windows as the go-to operating system, while Valve has decided to use Arch Linux and develop their own operating system, which is SteamOS. So it's gonna be a hell of a fight. Now, talking about the timeline, then there's no expectations right now because we don't know how much time it will take for this collaboration to produce the end result. But in the meantime, during 2025 or 2027, we will see enhanced kernel optimizations, better software availability on Linux, and how can you forget hardware acceleration support everywhere. And almost by 2027 or later, we can expect mainstream Linux adoptions, gaming consoles, an expanded software ecosystem, and competitive gaming on Linux. Now, in conclusion, the Valve Arch partnership makes a significant milestone in the history of Linux. This collaboration has the potential to revolutionize the Linux ecosystem, making it a viable alternative to Windows. Well, it always has been, but this is the chance to go mainstream. And as this partnership progresses, we can expect improved gaming performance, enhanced performance, and as this partnership progresses in the future, we can expect better gaming performance, enhanced user interface, and better adoption of Linux throughout the world. The future of Linux looks brighter than ever. And with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you do, then subscribe for awesome quality videos of Linux on this channel. And I'll meet you next video. Till then, I'm signing out.